Good morning, podcasters. If you were thinking of getting into Hive Social, it appears they're having some problems. Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Podcasters. I'm your host, Fuzz Martin. I was planning this morning to talk to you about some of the new social media platforms and what to expect out of them, but it looks like one in particular is having some growing pains. Right now, the state of social media, it's kind of exciting. With Elon Musk purchasing Twitter, a lot of people and sponsors are concerned about the direction of the platform, and some are looking for other solutions. So now it feels a bit like 2006 to 2008 when Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Blogger were all coming onto the scene and started taking market share from MySpace. There was a rush to bring out all these new platforms, and everyone was trying them out, seeing what they liked. It's kind of like the Wild West a bit of social media. Well, today, in addition to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, etc., we now have Mastodon, Post.News, Hive Social, and probably some others that I'm not aware of yet. I've tried Mastodon, but it's kind of hard to wrap your head around how to use it or what server to join. For instance, a few months ago, I had received an invite to the Podcast Index server and then decided to sign on when everyone was talking about jumping ship off of Twitter. However, I don't know if the Podcast Index people actually want me using that handle for general use. So even though I signed up, I haven't been. Mastodon kind of feels like we're crashing some geeky kid's party while his parents are out of town. And then us Twitter users are, in there knocking over vases and puking on the rug. I'm pretty sure the OG Mastodon users who like it there don't like all the added traffic, and they especially don't like seeing people like us trying to make Mastodon turn into Twitter. Post.News is a really neat program. It's still very much in beta, but the fonts, the layout, the way images are displayed, it's really nice and clean. It makes you feel like you're reading the New York Times or Washington Post while you're reading social media. With Post, you can sign up for the beta, and they're letting people in every day, but they seem to be vetting users before they let them onto the platform. There's no app for Post.News yet. It's currently just a browser-based site, though they do give you instructions on how to download a Safari shortcut that looks like an app if you're an iPhone user. But the one thing I really don't like currently about Post.News is that it doesn't give you notifications, so it lacks that interaction unless you're actually going in and reviewing your own posts to see if anybody's liked or commented. But again, it's in beta. They're very vocal about it being in beta. And I think of the new platforms, Post.News probably has the most potential. And then there's Hive Social. I want so much to like Hive Social. It's colorful. It feels like another version of Twitter. It's got that microblog kind of feel to it. It does have an app. It's still very much in its infancy stage. It's real easy to find and like people on the app. However, Hive Social recently had a massive data leak, which is either going to set them back greatly or kill the platform entirely. According to Gizmodo, Hive has been forced to pull its servers offline due to a data breach. Hive Social had seen 1 million plus users growth in the span of 1 week following Musk's takeover of Twitter. Gizmodo pointed to a German security blog called Zerforschung, which said, quote, "The issues we reported allow any attacker to access all data, including private posts, private messages, shared media, and even deleted direct messages. This also includes private email addresses and phone numbers entered during login. Attackers can also overwrite data such as posts owned by other users." Yikes. In response to that, Hive Social shut its servers down on Thursday. So if you're planning on signing up, you might want to wait because you have to, because the servers are down. But you also might want to reconsider altogether. I would delete my account, but I can't get on the server to delete my account. And according to this, who knows if it actually would even be deleted. So it appears those of us who are trying this out hugged Hive Social to death. We'll see if it turns back around. All of that aside, I think it's good to experiment with new platforms as they come out. I think it's also important for your brand that you sign up and claim your usernames as soon as you start hearing about these new platforms. It's a lot easier to do that early on than to try to claim your URL once somebody's already squatted on it. Again, these are tips from 2006 Fuzz coming back. But again, sometimes stuff happens and your data leaks. If you're using the same password on every platform, consider, first of all, not doing that. And second of all, consider changing your passwords everywhere. And if you're using your personal cell phone number to sign up for these things, you might want to consider using Google Voice or some other third-party phone number system in order to keep yourself from leaking your personal phone number out. I'll link to the Gizmodo and Zerforschung articles in the show notes. Thank you for listening to Good Morning Podcasters. Again, I'm going to be stepping back the frequency of the show to about 3 times per week as I focus on quality, not quantity, and also focus on some of the other responsibilities in my life. Find all the episodes on goodmorningpod.com, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days, right here on Good Morning Podcasters.